Well, this is the Hyundai Creta. It's a car which I can recommend in every variant, in every engine option, simply because it starts from about 11.5 lakh rupees on road, and it goes all the way up to about 20 to 23 lakh rupees depending on where you stay. And it has multiple engine options, multiple gearbox options. So if you want a fuel efficient car, you can buy the diesel. If you want a hassle-free car, you can buy the petrol IVT. If you want a car which offers you the great thrill of driving, then you can choose the turbo version of this car. So really, there's a Creta for everyone, depending on the budget, depending on requirements. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you why it is the best-selling SUV in India and why it is the king of the SUV segment ever since its launch way back in 2015. This car's generations have been the best sellers and have been one of the strongest selling cars across any segment since the last 10 years or so. My name is Ashish Masi. If this seems like a paid review, it isn't, because as you all know, I enjoy eating aloo parathas, but don't take really any money for talking about positives and negatives about their cars. So today, I'm going to give you some positives and some negatives and tell you why the Creta is the king of the segment. Stay tuned till the end, because I'll also tell you about some other options that you can buy at the same price point. There are lots of other options you can buy at the same price point, and I'll tell them to you by the end of this video review. Thanks guys for watching. Well, so now I'm inside the cabin of the Hyundai Creta, and as I said before, this car just has a certain feel-good factor, it has a certain X factor, a certain positive vibe about itself. Because if you're spending about 20 odd lakh rupees, maybe 19, 20, 21 lakh rupees, depending on the version you choose, you need to be confident about your expenditure. You need to be confident that you've spent it on the right car, and this car just feels right. It might be the plastic quality, it might be the color combination, it might be the overall ambience, it might just be the features, because this car comes loaded with features. But whatever it is, it has a certain positive vibe, it has a certain feel-good factor. And if you're going to office in this car, you'll feel positive about yourself. If you're going back home after a long and tiring day at the office, you'll feel relaxed in this car. It just feels nice to be inside the cabin of the Creta. Now let me just tell you about some of the features that this car has to offer. Of course, you all know that this car has completely digital gauges. It also has different driving modes, different traction modes. So if you choose a different driving mode, then the gauges change their color. Pedal shifters on the automatic versions, automatic headlamps, you also get rain sensing wipers, the steering wheel adjusts both for reach as well as the rake. You also get electric seats over here on the driver's side. The left side passenger has to still do it manually, but this one is electric. A huge and massive panoramic sunroof, electric handbrake, cool front seats, dual zone climate control. Yes, dual zone climate control, a feature you don't find on cars which are sometimes even twice the price of this one. So that's also another feature which is very exclusive to this segment. And of course, you also get ADAS features like lane keep assist, lane departure warning, blind spot assist. You also get reverse collision warning. So in case somebody is coming and you're reversing the car, maybe a biker is coming or maybe a cyclist hasn't seen you reverse, this car will do emergency braking as well for you, so you'll stop and there won't be any chance of you hitting anyone who's coming from behind. So really, it has the works. It has comfortable seats, it has plenty of places to keep your odds and ends, and really there's no negative that I can think about inside the cabin of the Creta. If you can think about some negatives, let me know, but I really can't think about any negative. And to be honest, this might sound like a paid review right now. It might seem like I'm talking about all these positives because Hyundai has paid me, but to be honest, once you drive this car, once you sit inside this car, you'll really say that this is the best in the segment. Not only is it the best in the segment, but it's better than all rivals, and the best car if you have a budget of 20, 21, 22 lakh rupees. Forget everything, sedans, mid-size SUVs, compact SUVs, large-size SUVs, forget everything and just buy the Creta. 10 out of 10 to the interiors of the Hyundai Creta. Now let's jump in the back seat and see how good that really is. Well, I'm sure by now all of you are aware that Woodmore are the online expert when it comes to spare parts, and the best point is that they have the spare parts for all vehicles available in India. So even if your car is out of production now, maybe you have a large generation model, even then they have the spare part available. They have the entire catalog, and the best point is that they have the same spare part from a host of different component makers, which gives you great flexibility in the pricing overall. So check them out today. Check out the app. It's available both for iOS as well as Android devices, and also check out the website for the latest schemes as well as offers. Here I am inside the cabin of the Hyundai Creta, the back seat, and it's quite a nice place to be in terms of the overall color scheme. This nice grey color, it really does brighten up the cabin. This panoramic sunroof stretches all the way to the back over here, just above your head. So it's a massive panoramic sunroof as well. You also get this blind over here, which is integrated within the car, so that is something quite good on the top of the line versions. And you just need to pull it up and tell your driver to drive all the way down to Pune from Mumbai, or maybe down to Chandigarh from Delhi, and that 4-hour journey will really feel very relaxing because the seats also are very comfortable. The knee and hip angle is at a nice 90 degree. The front seats have been raised up so you can stretch your feet, you can keep your files or maybe your laptop over here, or you can also watch it on your lap. Big AC vents, USB Type-C chargers, Bose sound system, and really a very pleasant place to be. You also get an armrest where you can keep a couple of beverages. The only negative is, and it's the only negative inside this cabin, the headrest over here is missing for the central passenger. That's the only thing that Hyundai have forgotten about, or maybe they've missed out, or maybe then they've done some cost cutting, I don't know, but that's the only thing which is missing. Apart from that, you really can't fault anything inside this cabin. It is a fantastic place to be, but nothing in life is perfect, and this is the only missing bit which doesn't make this cabin perfect. So Hyundai, if you're listening, do add that headrest because it does add to the safety of the central passenger. Apart from that, great comfort, great ambience, great features, both sound system, blinds, everything works very well. And if you're a chauffeur driven customer, you will definitely prefer the backseat of this car over any other car in this segment. Maybe one car is there which is slightly better. It's the Hyundai, it's not the Hyundai, it's the Honda Elevate. That car has slightly better space in the back. You can check out my video review of that car as well by clicking in the box below. And of course, in today's comparison, if you're talking about the comparison with the Taigun, no comparison, the interiors, the front seat, the back seat, everything, the Creta is the clear-cut winner. Thanks guys for watching. Now let's not talk about the boots and stuff like that, because the boot, again, this car is the winner. You'll again say that I'm being biased. So let's not talk about the boot because this car wins the battle of the boot as well. Let's get straight to the driving bits. Well, so here I'm driving now the Hyundai Creta. Now this car, as I said before, comes with the maximum engine and gearbox options. So you get this one, which is one of the best sellers, the IVT petrol. It really is a strong seller. So you get this one. You also get this petrol in manual. You can choose a turbo petrol as well. And the turbo petrol, of course, is the one which a lot of enthusiasts will go for. You can also choose a diesel if you really want fuel efficiency, and you can also get a automatic on the diesel. But today we'll talk about this one because this is one of the best selling cars in their range in terms of the variant. Yes, the SX or the SXO option along with the IVT and petrol is a strong seller in the Hyundai Creta range. The performance on this car is really very generally good because it's a very solid engine. It's not the quickest gearbox in the world because CVTs are known to be quick. They're more for relaxation, and if you want quick acceleration, then of course there's that rubber band effect also which comes into play because the engine tends to become a little loud and noisy, but the progress isn't there as much as you'd like it. So that is definitely there, but it's not as much as it is on some other cars. Maybe some cars like the Honda Elevate where there's a lot of noise but no progress. This one has progress proportionate to the noise levels that the engine makes. So that's something which is out of the way. If you choose the manual, the gear shifts are quite accurate and quite light as well. And even this one, the gear lever is quite easy to use up and down. And of course, it's a light gearbox or a light gear lever, so it's not too much of a hassle. The steering wheel also is nice and light to operate. And of course, you get very good visibility because of these chunky mirrors. So in general, it's a very hassle-free car to drive. Now, what you will appreciate about this car is the fact that it's meant for comfort. Yes, Hyundai engineers have done a very good job with the overall setting of this car. They've tuned the suspension more for comfort rather than for outright performance, and it shows when you take this car out on those rumble strips, on those badly patched up roads, wherever you take it, this car just feels nice and relaxed and very comfortable indeed. So that's something which is quite good about this car. What you'll also like about this car is, of course, the fact that this car feels very well cocooned from the outside. So it feels like an abode of quietness and calm, and that's also something which is quite good. Yes, the steering wheel isn't the sharpest and it's not the most quick-witted steering wheel, especially when compared with a car like the VW Taigun. So it doesn't feel as sharp and as quick-witted as that car. But that said, it is decent, and most buyers will not find too many reasons to complain about it. Well, one more thing that I like about this car is the fact that you can choose from different driving modes. So you can choose between economy, you can choose between the normal mode, and of course you can choose the sport mode. And all these modes actually do make a difference. They're quite useful because the sport mode definitely feels a little more sporty. The engine feels a little more lively, and that's one thing which some rivals don't offer different modes. So they actually do work on this car, and its main rivals, especially the VW Tiguan, doesn't offer this. So that's something quite unique and something quite good. And of course, if you really want a very sporty kind of a car in the same package, you can always choose the N line. But again, it's not as close as it gets to the Tiguan, because the Tiguan just has its own dynamics. It's a fantastic car to drive. So I think in the driving department, the VW Tiguan definitely has the advantage. Anyways, time for me now to stop the car and give you some kind of a summary report. Well, so in today's video, we saw that the Hyundai Creta is great to sit in. It comes loaded with the best-in-class features. In fact, some features you don't find in cars even twice the price. You also get excellent ride comfort, you get excellent refinement. It doesn't matter which engine you choose, you get excellent refinement. And being a Hyundai also means that resale values, after sales, as well as the warranty packages are very strong indeed, which simply means that the Creta is the king in this segment. But if you don't want to buy a diesel engine car, you want better fuel efficiency, you can choose the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara. And you can also check out our link over here by clicking on this pop-out banner, or the link in the box below. And if you don't want a Maruti Suzuki product or a Toyota product, you can also choose Honda's Elevate, which comes with the best backseat experience, slightly better backseat than this one. But if you don't want any of those things and you want pure driving pleasure, then the VW Tiguan is the car for you. You can also check out our video review of that car by clicking in the links below. And the Skoda Kodiaq is also there in the same segment. So these are the options that you have in this segment. But really, when it comes to a mix of everything, the Hyundai Creta is the best, and it's ahead of all other cars, the Seltos, the Grand Vitara, the Tiguan, as well as the other rivals in this segment. It really is a fantastic package and the best in the segment. Now, before you say that I'm talking like a Hyundai salesman, it's time to end the review right here.